Hello dear students, welcome to a target. In this lecture, we are going to discuss graph for AP Physics 1 exam. In last lectures, we have discussed till equations of motion in kinematics. I have also solved so many PYQs in my last video, so I suggest you to go and check out those videos also. So let's discuss about graph. So first thing we have to learn how to pronunciate the name of graph. So always remember, first we have to take name whatever is written over y-axis, then we have to take name whatever is written over x-axis. Just like in this graph, what is written over y-axis? It's x, and what is written over x-axis? It's t. So this graph name will be xt graph. Do not pronunciate it like tx graph. Xt graph is right. If you say it like tx graph, that will be wrong. I hope this point is clear. First we have to take y-axis name, then we have to take x-axis name. Over y-axis it's written x, so it will be xt graph. Second one more thing students, that for any kind of personal mentorship for AP exams, you can WhatsApp me over my number. Also you can find my email ID in the description and you can mail me there. Second points, that in any graph there are two things we have to deal with. First one is slope and other one is area. So any graph you will see till the end of your study, there will be only two things. First one will be slope, other one will be area. So first we have to learn what is slope. Slope means basically, what do you mean by slope? First we have to learn it. So slope means basically how steeper a line or curve is. How steeper a line or curve is. Now take few examples. I suggest you to make notes along with class, so it will be easier to revise. If I ask you, just like let's say you have this xt graph and you have two lines. One is red and other one is green. This is let's say red line is A and green line is B. Which graph has more slope? So you can see that line B is more steeper, line A is less steeper. Line A is making less angle, line B is making more angle. Line B is more steeper, line A is less steeper. So slope of B will be greater than slope of A. I hope this is clear why it's like this, because line B is more steeper, line A is less steeper. Just see one more example. If I ask you that again we have any xt graph like this and we have two curves. One curve is like this and other curve is let's draw it by blue color. This is our other color. Just a second. And this is our other curve. So you can see that this green curve and blue curve, which curve is more steeper? Actually green curve A is more steeper and curve B is less steeper. You can see by the diagram. So here again slope of this green one, this is green line, you can see this slope of A is greater than slope of B because B is less steep. So I hope it's clear to you that slope means if any curve or line is more steeper, it will have more slope. Now next point we have to learn about slope, that it is denoted by m. Slope is denoted by letter m. And one more thing, that here m is equal to tan theta. Slope is denoted by m and which is equal to tan theta, where theta is the anti-clockwise angle measured with x-axis. It's a really important point. So if I ask you find slope of this line, so again it's xt graph for example, and we have line like this green color line we have, and its angle is let's say 30 degree. So what will be its slope? We know that m is tan theta, so it will be like tan 30, which is 1 over root 3. I hope it's clear to you. Okay, try. So again, let me repeat. Slope is denoted by m, which is equal to tan theta, where theta is angle measured from positive side of x-axis. This thing we have to keep in our mind, that theta is measured from positive side of x-axis. Let's try to answer this example. For this line, what will be our slope? So we know that here slope will be tan minus 30, because if we know that slope we have to measure anti-clockwise, but here you are coming as clockwise. Anti-clockwise will be up, clockwise will be down. So anti-clockwise will be positive, so clockwise will be negative. So it will be tan minus 30, which is minus 1 by root 3. I hope there is no confusion. It's clear that if you take anti-clockwise angle, so it will be positive. If you take clockwise angle, so it will be negative. Next point, again students, for any kind of personal mentorship, you can WhatsApp me on my number. Next thing is, for slope, we know that slope is tan theta. Another thing is, we have another formula for slope. Sometimes what they do, they simply don't give us angle. They give us 2 points like this. Just like here we have 1 point, here you have other point. They give 2 points like this. So how to find slope? Then what we do, we use this formula, delta y by delta x. We use this formula, delta y by delta x here. What do you mean by delta y? Delta y means y2 by y1. What do you mean by delta x? Delta x means x2 minus x1. So delta y is y2 minus y1, delta x is x2 minus x1. If you put here, so if in this graph you are being asked to find m, let's try to find m here. So we know that m is nothing but tan theta. M is nothing but tan theta, and here it's equal to y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. So what's y2? Let's say if it is x1 y1, it's x2 y2. Now someone may ask why we can't take it as x2 y2. You can take it, there will be no change in answer. You can solve and see that the order does not matter. Whether you are taking this as x1 y1 or this as x2 y2, it won't matter. Okay, so m will be y2 minus y1, so it's 3 minus 2 upon x2 minus x1. It will be 4 minus 1, so answer will come as 1 by 3. I hope it's clear to you that whenever they give us in points form, like they give us separate coordinates, then we use like y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. If they give us angle, then we use tan theta. Next thing, now we know that slope is nothing but y upon x. Slope is nothing but y upon x. So if someone asks us, what does the slope of xt graph give us? So we know that slope is nothing but y upon x. So if you put here y upon x, if you see here, what's y? Y by x. What's y? In y we have displacement. What x? In x we have time. In y we have displacement. In x we have time. So what's x by t? X by t is nothing but velocity. It means slope of xt graph gives us velocity. I hope this point is clear to you. Same here. What the slope of vt graph gives us? So we know that again slope is nothing but y by x. Y by what's over y axis? It's v. What over x axis? It's t. So v by t is acceleration. It means slope of vt graph gives us acceleration. Last thing, what the slope of at graph gives us? Again slope means y by x. So it's a by t. We say it jerk, but in physics for time being it doesn't have any importance for us. So for the sake of knowledge we can learn that a by t is known as jerk, but it's no important for us. So I hope it's clear to you that xt graph slope gives us velocity, vt graph slope gives us acceleration, and at graph slope gives us jerk. Next point is, if any graph is going towards x-axis, it means its slope is decreasing, and if any graph is going towards the y-axis, it means its slope is increasing. So you just see like this. Take this example. Again, just take this xt graph. Where does this graph going? If you see, this graph is going like this. So this graph is going towards x-axis. Now this t is over x-axis. Am I right? This x is over y-axis. Don't get confused. So this graph is becoming like this straight line. So it's going towards x-axis. From origin it started and it's going towards x-axis. So we know that if graph is going towards x-axis, so slope decreases. It means its slope will decrease. Slope will decrease. Now you take this one as example. If you see this graph, where does it going? It's going from origin it started and it's going like up. Up means y direction. So its slope is increasing. I hope this much is clear to you, that in this example slope the graph is going towards x-axis like this. It's becoming flat. Becoming flat means its slope is decreasing, and in this example graph is becoming vertical. Becoming vertical means slope is increasing. So I hope this much is clear about slope. Okay, next thing, when slope is positive and when slope is negative. So angle of tangent is less than 90 degree, slope will be positive. And if angle of tangent is greater than 90 degree, slope will be negative. So let's understand this point using examples. You just make short notes also, and then do problem with me. If angle of tangent is less than 90 degree, then slope is positive. And if angle of tangent is greater than 90 degree, then slope will be negative. So here in this graph, if you see for any, just like you want me to find at this point. At this point, if you draw a slope, a tangent, tangent means a line touching to it. This low tangent. Now this tangent is making some angle with x-axis, and this angle you can see, this angle, we know that always anti-clockwise is we will measure. So this angle is less than 90 or greater than 90? Obviously less than 90. So at this point slope is positive. I hope it's clear. Now if someone try to find at this point, what you have to do to simply draw a straight line touching it like this. So it's tangent. If you find this angle again, this will be less than 90. So at this point also slope is positive. So what's the example of negative slope? If you look a graph like this, again this our xt graph. If you see a graph like this, yeah, this is our graph. It's becoming like flat. Where does it going? It's going towards x-axis, na? If someone asks us what about this graph, slope is increasing or decreasing, we know that this graph is becoming flat. It's going towards x-axis, so slope is decreasing. In this graph also, it's becoming flat, going towards x-axis. Now when it comes down, it means slope is decreasing by the this much theory. We know when it's going towards x-axis, slope decreases. Second thing, what about slope positive or negative? Let's say you want to find at this point. So what you have to do, simply draw a straight line, a tangent touching it. If you draw a tangent touching it, it will be like this. Now see this angle. Always see from positive anti-clockwise, na? From positive side of x-axis anti-clockwise. Don't think like that we have to measure this angle. No, always anti-clockwise, positive side of x-axis. So if you see this angle is greater than 90 or less than 90? Obviously it's greater than 90, this angle. If this angle is greater than 90, so slope will be here negative. And because it's becoming flat going towards x-axis, so slope is decreasing. I hope this concept is clear to you now. When slope is increasing, when slope is decreasing, when slope is constant, when slope is positive, when slope is negative. Xt graph slope gives us velocity, vt graph slope gives us acceleration. I think everything is clear. For any doubt, any confusion, for notes, pyqs, simply whatsapp me over this number, contact me. Now just try this problem yourself. If I ask you, This is, let's say, our sorry. If I ask you that this is our VT graph for two different cars. This is car A and this is car B. And this is angle 30 degree. This is angle 60 degree. You have to find acceleration of A upon acceleration of B. So we know that VT graph slope gives us acceleration. Na? So acceleration of A will be simply slope of A. And slope of A is nothing but tan 30 because slope is tan theta. Again acceleration of B will be slope of B. And slope of B is nothing but tan 60. So answer will be tan 30 by tan 60. What's value of tan 30? It's 1 by root 3 and tan 60 is again root 3. Answer will come as 1 by 3. I hope it's clear to you. So so many problems are being given in your AP Physics exam textbook. Try to solve them. If you have any doubt, simply comment. In second, so I think slope is clear. Now second thing is area. Next lecture I will make, next video I will make for numericals on graph. So make sure you watch that also. Area. So area is basically very easy. If you have a graph like this, area does not have any new or typical concepts. If you have a graph like this, let's say this is your graph, xt graph. Just a second. There is some system issues. So let's say we have this xt graph, or let's say we have this vt graph. So just like slope was y upon x, area means y into x. Always remember, area means y into x. Just a second, students, let me restart the app. Just like slope was y upon x, area means y into x. Always remember this thing, that area means y into x. Now, if someone asks us what's the area of VT graph, area of XT graph gives us. So if you do x into t, it will give you nothing. It will give you nothing. It means area of xt graph gives us nothing. Okay, what does area of vt graph gives us? We know that area means y into x. It means velocity into time. So velocity into time is displacement. So it means it will give us displacement. What's area of at graph gives us? Simply multiply a with t. It gives us what's acceleration into time? It's simply velocity or change in velocity. So it will gives us change in velocity. So this thing we have to keep in our mind. Just like area of vt graph. Let's say this is your vt graph like this. This is 0, this is 5, and this is let's say 7. This point, sorry, it's not 0. This is 10, this is minus 10, and this is again our 10. So if you want to find the area of this graph, so what you have to do? This much area will be positive because it's above x-axis. So this area will be positive, and it's a triangle, you can find the area. This area will be negative because it's below x-axis. So this triangle area, red one, will be negative, and again it's sorry, this red one area will be negative because it's below x-axis, and this white area, it's a rectangle, it will also be negative. So this way you can find change in displacement. VT graph area gives us displacement from this point to this point. So area doesn't have any such complexities. In next lecture I will solve all the PYQs related to area and slope, basically graph of AP Physics 1, and make sure you watch that lecture also after watching this one, so that, and try to solve all the problems with me. Again, if you have any confusion, anything, any doubt, simply message me over this number, and we will make sure that we help you in all aspects for AP exams. Any suggestions you comment, and any kind of query you comment, I will solve it on comment only. And students, make sure you like the video, you subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.